Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dominions 5. We are playing as Late Age Utgard, and it is turn 39 in the YouTuber series. And last episode, there were two big battles that were going to happen. There was our big battle at our fortress, and there was the big battle at the throne underwater. And I was really not sure about the battle at the fortress, and I hinted that I had made a big mistake for the battle underwater. So if you guys figured out what the problem was, then all will be revealed in this episode. Let's look at this diplomacy first. Messenger from Mikland. So he's saying, whoops, I attacked you one turn early. I'm going to give you 20 blood slaves, to compensate. So yeah, that kind of doesn't really compensate, but whatever. He's also trying to stop Pythium from winning. It seems Mikland doesn't have good information about what are the level 2 thrones, and he seems to be confused about the underwater level 2 throne near me, but we'll talk about that a bit later. And he's saying maybe he's gonna win. And then he says if it doesn't end, then it'll be because either Mikland or Utgard, saved you, so we'll accept payment. So that's pretty funny. And he's saying if we win this throne, then we are not intending to attack you anywhere else. Okay. So all our teleports go off. This was the remote assassination, and it works. However, it doesn't quite hit the mage we were hoping. So this is a great spell because these guys are ethereal. They disease, so even if they fail, they might still disease your guy. They're just like pretty nasty dudes, and we're fighting against this guy. So we got the astral guy who's probably going to do like anti-magic or something like that, which is not bad. What we really wanted to do was get the holy... Oh, and did I mention I think he flies? So he just kind of flies to the other end and kills you. So the assassination works. I wish we had gotten the Holy 3 guy. We didn't. That's okay. Let's watch the fortress battle right away. As you can see, we really don't have that much. But that's life. We do have our monolith, though. And he has a huge pile of ocelots. So... here come the spells. Communions. So, my first round involved a lot of communions. Now, one thing, looking at this, so all these body ethereals are going off, right? The idea with the body ethereals was to hit the outer ring. That's what I wanted, was to hit this outer ring so that they would be protected from the ocelots. But it didn't. It just hit the inner core because the HP density here is just as high as out there. Now, to make that work, I would have had to put the mages on these outer squares, but then they would have gotten smushed by the ocelots, so there was kind of no way to do that really well. Anyways, so that happens. And now the ocelots land. So take a look at what we have, and now look at that. Murder. Okay, so actually, my guys have survived the first round, okay? And, I did summon... I have, some random summon imps in here. I've also got some skeletons over here. I've done what I could on my first turn to flesh things out. More body theater, but look at this. See, the next turn, that whole outer ring of giants has now gone away. And this is only round 2. And here's round 3, and now I've basically, there's no more barrier in the front here, right? All these mages are now exposed. And this is only the beginning of the third round of combat, Yeah. So, Light of the Northern Star, the caster got killed, or hasn't gone off yet, so the guys that were supposed to... Oh, no. I scripted that wrong, because Light of the Northern Star is going to take longer to cast. Or maybe the caster died, I'm not sure. No, it's up. So these guys should be doing... I don't know why they're doing Nether Bolt. There's maybe, something went wrong, obviously. But, everything's dying as you can see. So, because I am doing Stellar Cascades, but the spells that Rigor Mortis goes up, Relief goes up, but the, like this guy in front, no, where's the... Grip of Winter dude is, that never gets up. And so they're just chewing through everything in the mages. And, the Alpha Strike was way stronger than what I had defensively. Now, if we look, these guys, my offense hasn't quite gotten online yet, right? So these guys are fatigued at like 30 or 40. Some of them are fatigued up to 76, right? So at this point with Rigor Mortis, Stellar Cascades, like we're kind of almost there, but we needed like at least 2 more rings, right, worth of dudes. We needed this was like a quarter of my total forces. If I had double this, then I might have been able to last. Now we've got Curse of Stones that went off. So Curse of Stones, it makes it extra tiring to fight. And so they're gonna with quickness on 3 attacks per turn. They're just gonna get completely fatigued out. Unfortunately, we've lost all our army by now. Now there is a detail that perhaps Mictlan did not anticipate, which is that I have a monolith, and a monolith has 37 protection. Because he has Earth Magic +9 and he has Natural Protection 28. And I didn't actually script him, and he's ethereal for some reason. And I didn't actually script him to cast the self buffs because he was too busy doing other things. But the Bless actually gives him the Fortitude, so he has the resistance and 37 protection. And even though these guys have absolute bullshit attacks, 6 attacks per turn at 26 damage because he's got Bloodlust and also Blood Surge and the Bless, 28 is still not enough to go through 37 ethereal. So, his Alpha Strike has completely destroyed my army, but there's still a monolith here. And the monolith also has, 4 reinvigoration because Earth Magic. So let's see what happens. So he's casting spells now. By the way, you see, all that sound is all these attacks that are either missing or doing 0 damage. Let's see if we can... oh yeah, Onslaught hit. Let's see. Oh, it keeps saying hits Jotun Werewolf. Do I have... Oh, apparently I have a Jotun Werewolf here. Oh, I guess they're hitting the ethereal. Yeah, he's gonna die. Let's just see this. Yep. Onslaught hit Monolith in the body for 0 damage. 0 damage. Oh, once in a while, there's like a little bit of damage that gets through, right? But 0 damage, 0 damage, okay? So this is good news, right? Because actually, they just can't kill this Monolith. So he has 300 hit points. Now, how is the Monolith going to actually kill any of these guys? So you're seeing some Blade Winds. Now, the Blade Winds are, they can kill because he has such high... I forget if Blade Winds has a damage bonus to higher paths. I'd have to double check that. Maybe it's just number of attacks. So Blade Winds might be able to eventually thin them out. They've got, some of them have pretty low hit points. They've been hit. But no, instead we're doing Gifts of Heaven, which is another way to kill things. So that definitely works. So Gifts of Heaven, here we go. Now Gifts of Heaven, I forget the fatigue cost, but we're doing okay on fatigue. We're 29, and he's pretty sure he's an innate spellcaster. Yeah, I mean, we're doing fine. So let's see. We're taking like 1 damage once in a while. We're still over 300 hit points. Gifts from Heaven. 3 more guys dead. And he doesn't have Berserk on any of these guys, so if we do kill, kill enough of them, they will rout. Another Gifts from Heaven. Now, the problem with Gifts from Heaven is that the accuracy is really low, and he's targeting people right near him, and so sometimes he hits himself. So we just hit ourselves for like 54 points of damage from the Gifts from Heaven. So this is not encouraging. More Blade Winds, killing dudes. That's good. Blade Winds are good. Okay, Poison. Not as effective, but okay. Blade Winds. More Blade Winds. Yeah, keep it up with the Blade Winds. Oh, Gifts from Heaven. Alright, got a few more. Blade Winds. By the way, like, they're whittling him down. They're doing, like, 1 damage every round, right? It's not a lot. I have a chest wound, so my encumbrance is higher now. So with fatigue, it's an issue. We're at the 96 fatigue, but Gifts from Heaven, you know, only costs like 7 fatigue points at this, you know, with our Earth level that we have. So it's not a big deal. Now 257, I don't think that one hit us actually. So good. Okay, I cast Panic. That's not quite as useful. Okay, Blade Wind. So we have enough reinvigoration that every, you know, we're recovering enough. Let's see, 112. Yeah, we're recovering about 9 per turn, which is enough to cast a spell every turn. Almost. The Panic is not very useful. Okay, Blade Winds. More Blade Winds. Yeah, Blade Winds kills a lot of guys. Now, what's actually... The morale on these guys, you know, they're sacred, so they have 14... morale. You'd think eventually they would rout. Okay, we just punched him. Fists of Iron. Blade Wind. So unless we're doing like a useless skill like Panic, we're actually killing dudes every guy. Now, here it says, my guys have mostly routed. So apparently my guy is routing, but he can't because it's just a monolith. And this is looking pretty good, guys. So remember, there was like a huge pile of sacreds, and it's whittled down to just a little chunk. You know, here he's casting Enlarge. What's this guy doing? I don't know, maybe these guys are fatigued out, probably. Yeah, they're fatigued out. So, Blade Wind. Gifts from Heaven. Oh, no. Gifts from Heaven, we hit ourselves. So we're down to 120. So the Gifts of Heaven, I think, just hit us once here, but maybe there was another Gift of Heaven that I missed. So we're down to 120 now. You know, we have been whittled down a couple damage per round, and a lot of rounds have gone by. So we're kind of running low on hit points, but he's running low on dudes. Panic is not what we want. Breath of Dragon is questionable. I mean, it's doing poison damage, which will kill them eventually, but I'd just as soon you do Blade Winds. No, not Panic. Poison Cloud? Alright. Fists of Iron? Yeah, I'll take it. You know, Poison Cloud is not, you know, it's going to whittle them down slowly, but he can just, you know, kill them. Now, we're taking, you know, a little bit of damage each turn, again, because some rolls are getting through the armor, so we're down to 98. Blade Wind, good job. Gifts from Heaven, okay. We're still at 98. Panic is not what we want. We're at 94. We took another hit through the armor. No, not Panic. Okay, that Blade Wind seemed to have missed a lot of guys. Maybe it was aimed north. There we go. Kill those dudes. Yeah, that's a good one. Alright, 91 hit points left. He's only got 3 Ocelots. Now keep in mind, these guys, when they die, they become the Jaguar, so we have to kill him twice. And remember, his Bless does have Lucky. But the thing is, Luck doesn't protect from attacks that cause instant death. So in other words, if I... actually... Yeah, I'm not sure if that would cover... If he takes fatal damage, like from Gifts from Heaven, I'm not sure if that triggers, because I think that's talking about things like, I don't know, Bone Melter, or things that actually kill. But if you take like a ton of damage, let's see if we can notice. It's hard to tell. Anyways, we've almost killed everything now. 91 hit points still. Dude, stop it with the Panic. They're not gonna rout, okay? Well, the Mountain King's not gonna rout. Like, they've got 10 morale. Well, I guess they could rout, but they're not. Gifts from Heaven, okay. Blade Wind. We're at 91. Guys, it looks like the hero Monolith is going to do it unless he gifts from heaven himself again. So he's at 33 hit points. So if we do another gifts from heaven on ourselves, we will kill ourselves and lose. Earth Meld, interesting choice. Blade Wind. Okay, we've actually killed all the Ocelots, and finally we actually caused a rout. Now these guys have also all routed, but we have Earth Meld on, so they can't move. So that means we're still going to target spells around us. And of course, we choose Gifts from Heaven, and we kill ourselves. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. So we had that one, but we had that one in so many ways. So first of all, they were unable to kill the monolith, but the only damage that was done to our monolith was by the monolith like itself, basically the gifts from heaven. Finally, we cause the attacker to rout, and then you would think, well, even if he does gifts of heaven, they're going to be on troops that are running away, so even the accuracy, penalty is not going to matter. You're not going to hit yourself if they're running away. But no, the turn before, we had cast Earth Meld for some reason, which rooted the guys in place around the monolith itself. And then he could have done anything else, right? Blade Wind, Panic even. No, another Gifts from Heaven, which kills us. And so we actually do lose that. Unbelievable. Now, on the bright side, we did kill 108 Ocelots. So if we do want to try to retake this fort, we're going to be in a good position. Now, we don't have any troops left to do that with. But, we could make it happen. God. Unbelievable. Okay. Anyways, there's a lot more to this episode, so let's get right into it. I believe this is the fight. Yes, this is the underwater fight. So, last episode, I had mentioned that I had made a big mistake here, and you're about to see what it is. So the mistake is, look at the weapons that I've put on my guys. So they had frost brands on them before, because those are good for raiding, and they do area cold damage. Which is also fine here, right? It'll kill these guys fine. These guys aren't particularly... Oh, now they're blessed. But his bless does not have... Oh, it has a bit of cold resistance, but not a huge amount. So Frostbrands are legit against these guys. These guys are undead, but they don't have cold resist. So Frostbrands work fine against all of these troops. However, Hydras have a fear aura. And by the way, guys, I knew this. I had totally planned this out. And so what you need to do is you need to have your guys be protected against fear, which means they have to go berserk. And that is exactly what Flesh Eaters do. So Flesh Eater is that other weapon that I pointed out last episode. I made 2 Flesh Eaters a long time ago because they only took Blood Slaves and I didn't have a lot of other gems. And so I made a couple of them. Flesh Eaters, I think, do... They do something else. What do? They chop off a leg, or they do a chest wound or something like that. But they also cause you to go berserk. And when you're berserk, you don't route to fear. And so I'm totally not worried. These guys are immune to the damage from these guys. So the fluffing worked, right? We now have 10 poison resistance everywhere. Nothing can actually hurt us, right? Except the fear aura causes this guy to run away right away, which is absolute garbage. He has 21 morale, so that's a complete bullshit bad luck roll. Even without the berserk, these guys have really high morale, so they shouldn't be routing. But I guess there's so many checks that statistically, it happens. These guys are regenerating 16 per turn. This is doing nothing. All right. My guys are also, because of the bless, because I put Shrouds of the Battle Saint on, they've got the blunt resist, so they're taking half damage. Yeah, this is not doing anything, all right? But they have only, in air quotes, 19, 21, whatever, 22 morale. Okay? And so I had actually planned this and intended to do... Oh, I'm sorry, let me just mention. These Mandragores do sleep vines, but they have garbage attack, and also I have vine shields, so they're actually not attacking me. They're just getting tangled in the vine shields. So although my guys are kind of fatigued, a lot of that is... Well, this guy actually... No, interesting. So I actually did get hit a lot by the vine shields. But it doesn't really matter because... And a lot of this is also the quickness, is causing them to fatigue a lot. But they... Oh, so actually, this guy actually got killed. So, all right, not as immune as I thought. I thought he ran away, but no, he just gets killed. So, but I have these two guys. They're pretty tired, but because of the bless and the regeneration, they actually are just not gonna die. Now, by the way, I didn't actually see what his Pretender casted, but it was not very significant, and now he's defaulting to Horde of Skeleton spam, so that's not contributing much to this fight. So now we just look at fatigue. 193, 195. So we're just waiting for my guys to wake up. By the way, like I said, the damage is not an issue, right? Because of the vine shields, these guys aren't attacking, and they just can't... these guys just can't damage them. But, again, I forgot to put the... So I have 2 Flesh Eaters that I was supposed to put on 2 of my 4 thugs, and I forgot to do it. And so this guy has actually already routed. Both of them have routed from the Fear Aura. Now, let's see. Fatigue, 160. So they're waking up. They're slowly waking up. 111. There we go. So this guy's woken up. The Mandragores are now all Tangle Vines, so they're no longer adding fatigue. So he's just attacking, every turn as soon as he wakes up. Now, he's routed, so he's taking a penalty to his attack. -4. That's not a big deal. So we've started killing again. Now he's routing, so he's actually trying to get out, but the dudes keep filling out around him. And also it's a Frostbrand, so it's doing AoE attacks. So even though this guy now has run away. Even though this guy's routing, he's still fighting because he's surrounded. Like a champ, unkillable because of the bless. Unbelievable. So, what actually happened is last turn I was, very busy and I was scripting. I mean, in real life I was kind of busy, but also there was a lot to do. And you saw one of the Flesh Eaters is actually in my magic inventory, so I just forgot to equip it. The other one I had, I guess, temporarily put on the Succubus that I had summoned just to give her a weapon. And then I just didn't, think of equipping them on these guys. Now, there's an odd situation that can happen where, if he doesn't kill me in time, maybe his guys are going to rout. So, but the thing is, my guy's trying to escape. So we actually, we kind of want my guy to fail to escape. Because that could cause his guys to rout. And the key here is his guys running off the field before my guys do. And that could still give me the win here. So Pythium has routed. So, that Hydra has run away. Now, I don't see any Mound Kings anymore. His god ran away, so all his guys have run away. And ironically, if his Hydras were tougher, then my guy would take longer to kill them, right? Now, these skeletons, are going to disintegrate eventually, but now my guy's riding because finally he can break free. And his Hydras are too slow, and my guy has quickness, so my guy runs off the field first. And so I lose the fight. And because I lose the fight, we lose the game because Pythium successfully holds on to that throne And also, apparently, whatever Mictlan tried to do here also failed, and Pythium claimed this throne too. And so that, after this long episode, is that. That is the end of this game, of this YouTuber series. A really frustrating end. And I'm gonna, we're not gonna go into all the analysis right now. I'll do another video for that. But that's really frustrating. And this happens a lot in Dominions where you have, there are little details that you just script one thing wrong, or you have one formation wrong, or you forget one unit, and that costs you dearly. And in this case, I guess it's extra frustrating because it didn't just cost me, it cost everybody. Like the game could have and should have gone on a bit longer. It was a stupid mistake, and because of me, this whole game has ended early. I totally should have had this. And yeah, I just messed up. So that is really, really frustrating. I will go through. There's a lot of issues that I want to talk about in terms of an after action report or just sort of post game analysis about this, about my general strategy with these thrones, and we can talk about this fight in a little bit more detail. Anyways, there are a few things that I do want to go over. We're going to do that in a separate episode. In fact, it might be 2 episodes. We'll see. It depends how long I want to rant for. In addition, there's also going to be another podcast type episode with all the players together. That should be coming shortly after the holidays. I don't remember the exact date that we've set for it. So expect that soon. I will do my best to attend it because I can't wait to chat with the other guys about it. But yeah, I'm going to end this episode here. So, congratulations to Pythium, who, I'll say this before I go into before I go into the post analysis, like, this should not have worked for Pythium, right? This one, now, should he have known that? I don't know. The fact that he claimed this throne, where is it? The other one. Over by this one. The fact that he did claim this one uncontested is less surprising because man has a hard time getting underwater. And I don't know what his info was like, but he could have expected Mictlan to try to make a play for it, and I think Mictlan did and also failed. But Alm could have. So if Alm wasn't busy fighting Mictlan with vampires, like, it's really easy to go underwater and just Skella spam. So, but having info on what's going on geopolitically here might have told him that this was a safe throne to claim. But he should have known that I was going to defend this, and so that's hard. Now, the thing is, hey, it worked, right? So you can't criticize him for having done it. Because if you're playing Pythium, and Pythium is not like a great late age is not a great nation, right? So if you're playing Pythium, there's a chance that you win, although it's pretty low. So taking the chance, going for it is a big gamble, and it worked for him. So congrats, right? But this was a long shot, right? And sometimes long shots pay off, and it worked in this case. Because now, if I had, put my flesh eaters on these guys and they had had won this, then he's lost the Pretender and this underwater army, right? And afterwards, he just has his 3 point. Maybe he has the 5 total. I don't know. Maybe he figured if he fails at one of these thrones, then he still has 5 points, and then when Cataclysm hits, well, he's still standing on 5 throne points, so that's not bad. So, maybe strategically it wasn't as crazy as I thought. Certainly this one was a long shot, and I'm really disappointed in myself that I didn't defend it properly. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing really happened on this battle, I think. It was just, I think here we had PD. No, not here. Yeah, there was just PD, so it didn't really matter. Okay, we're gonna end the episode, and then I'm gonna do another episode where we go over some of the just my thoughts about the game in general. And yeah, well, I'll try to structure my thoughts a bit more, and we will record that shortly. See you guys then. Take care.